Welcome to the treasure hunt of a lifetime. If you've got old Australian coins lying around, stop before you spend them. You could be holding a rare bicentennial coin worth tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars. These aren't just coins, they're hidden fortunes from 10-cent coins that could change your life overnight. From rare minting errors to ultra-valuable proof sets, we're diving deep into the coins that collectors would pay a fortune for. So grab your coin jar, hit that subscribe button, and let's uncover the secret wealth hiding in your pocket. Let's get started in the world of numismatics. Few treasures ignite excitement like rare Australian bicentennial coins, especially those minted in or around 1978 bearing the iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II. These coins, though once ordinary in daily circulation, have become hidden fortunes in pockets, drawers, and old coin jars across the nation. Collectors and investors alike now recognize the tremendous value these seemingly humble coins can possess, particularly when they boast rare minting errors, limited editions, or pristine, uncirculated condition. It's not just about metal, it's about history, rarity, and the explosive market demand that can catapult a small coin into a multi-million-dollar asset. The 1978 coins are especially intriguing because they came at a time of transition and national pride. Although the major bicentenary of British settlement in Australia was officially celebrated in 1988, coins from the years leading up to this anniversary, including 1978, started gaining prominence as part of a growing national consciousness. Some rare versions of the 1978 coins, especially those struck with anomalies such as double dies, off-center minting, or plancher errors, have now become legendary among collectors. These are the coins that have fetched eye-watering prices at auctions and stirred up bidding wars that rival the excitement of fine art sales. One of the most mysterious and valuable varieties is the 1978 Australian 50-cent piece, featuring the coat of arms and the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. In circulated form, it might appear unremarkable, but under the scrutiny of an expert eye, rare features like misaligned dies, edge lettering errors, or even unusual metallic compositions can elevate its value to tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For some ultra-rare proof versions, or those with specific die cracks and minting anomalies, collectors have reportedly paid up to $1 million for a single coin. These are not just coins, they are keys to financial transformation. Many collectors hunt obsessively for the elusive proof sets released for limited collectors' markets in 1978. These proof coins, often never circulated and sealed in original, mint packaging, retain their gleaming luster and razor-sharp details. A flawless proof 1978 coin can command staggering premiums, particularly if it's graded highly by a recognized coin grading service. These coins, when authenticated as MS-70 or equivalent, meaning a perfect mint state condition, are not just valuable. They are the holy grail of Australian numismatics. And what about the legendary coin errors? Imagine discovering a 1978 1-cent coin with a rotated die error, or a 2-cent coin mistakenly struck on the wrong blank. These quirky errors, once considered factory flaws, are now gold mines in the eyes of collectors. A seemingly innocuous coin with a doubling of the Queen's portrait, or a misprint in the rim, can skyrocket its worth from cents to tens of thousands of dollars. These coins are like lottery tickets hiding in plain sight, if you know what to look for. Beyond their physical characteristics, these rare coins also tell a story of Australia's evolving identity, its place within the Commonwealth, and the national pride that led to a surge in commemorative coinage. Coins from this era are more than metal, they're frozen moments in time. To own one is to hold a piece of the nation's history, a token of royal heritage and patriotic celebration. As demand for rare coins continues to soar globally, their value is only set to increase, making now the perfect moment to check your change drawer. Remarkably, it's not just wealthy investors getting in on the action. Everyday Australians have found themselves overnight millionaires after discovering a rare coin stashed away in an old box or inherited from a relative. These stories flood see. So if you've ever come across a 1978 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II and thought it looked just like any other, think again. There could be something extraordinary lying within that small disc of metal. Whether it's a rare minting error, a flawless proof edition, or simply a coin from a limited strike, it could be the treasure that changes your life. In today's explosive coin market, These rare Australian coins have become the new gold rush. So start searching, because your financial fortune might be hiding in your own pocket. Second up. The world of coin collecting holds countless treasures, but few are as captivating and potentially life-changing as rare Australian bicentennial coins. These coins, some of which originated in 1966, are shrouded in history, mystery, and astonishing value. While most people overlook pocket change as mundane and insignificant, a select few old coins from Australia's numismatic legacy could hold unimaginable worth, enough to buy homes, cars, or even change your financial destiny forever. The surge in interest around Australian rare coins, especially those tied to bicentennial commemorations and the 1966 decimal transition, has collectors and treasure hunters on high alert. If you've got old coins lying around, this might be the moment to take a closer look. The most eye-popping stories emerge from the iconic 1966 Australian decimal coins, the very first batch issued when Australia shifted from the pound system to the dollar. These coins, often forgotten in drawers and jars, can be gold mines, literally. Among them, the 1966 wavy baseline 20-cent coin stands out as a numismatic legend. Its wave-like distortion on the bottom of the two sets it apart from the millions of standard issues, and this subtle minting anomaly has driven collectors into bidding frenzies. Genuine examples in excellent condition can command thousands, with rare near-mint pieces fetching upwards of $15,000. The thrill of finding one is electric, knowing a simple mistake could mean a small fortune. But it doesn't end there. The fascination deepens when you explore the commemorative coins released for Australia's bicentenary in 1988. These pieces were minted to mark 200 years since the arrival of the First Fleet, and several variations were struck with intricate designs, limited runs, and features that have turned them into collector grails. Some coins, like the 1988 $2 and $10 commemorative coins, especially those in proof sets or with misprints, are now valued at jaw-dropping figures. In the auction world, certain mint-condition bicentennial coins have seen sales climbing into the tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. A simple flaw, a double strike, or a rare metal blend could transform a common piece into a millionaire maker. Collectors obsess over details invisible to the untrained eye. Die clashes, off-center strikes, planchet errors, and edge variations. These nuances elevate a coin's status from common hidden in the pockets and drawers of everyday Australians could be coins worth a fortune. Especially rare pieces from the 1966 decimal transition and the 1988 bicentennial celebrations. The 1966 wavy baseline 20-cent coin is one of the most legendary finds, with its unique minting error transforming an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some pristine examples have sold for over $15,000, and others with unusual mint flaws can demand even more. These are not just coins, they're valuable artifacts from a turning point in Australia's monetary history. Equally captivating are the rare 1988 bicentennial coins, released to commemorate 200 years since the arrival of the First Fleet. Among these, certain $1 and $2 coins, especially in proof condition or struck with minting anomalies, have gained immense value. A few have even reached six-figure sales at auctions. Their significance is not just in the metal or design, but in the historical narrative they represent, connecting Australians to their heritage while offering incredible financial potential. What makes these coins especially thrilling is how easily they could go unnoticed. An old coin found in a purse, change jar, or tucked away in a forgotten drawer could turn out to be worth a small fortune. With the right rarity, error, or condition, these pieces can sell for life-changing amounts. Before you spend that old change, take a closer look. You might be holding $1 million treasure. Collectors and investors around the world are constantly searching for these numismatic gems, driving up their market value year after year. Demand for rare Australian coins, especially those tied to national milestones like the bicentenary, continues to grow, making now an ideal time to check your collection. With just the right combination, ultimately, these rare 1966 and 1988 Australian coins are more than currency. They're silent witnesses to history, stamped in metal and steeped in national pride. Whether tucked away in a coin album or hiding in plain sight, their true worth goes far beyond face value. So before you overlook that old coin again, remember, it might just be your key to an unexpected fortune. In a world where fortunes can be hidden in plain sight, whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about what's in your change jar, now is the time to dive into the world of rare Australian coins. With values soaring and stories waiting to be uncovered, even the most ordinary-looking coin could hold extraordinary value. Don't let a hidden treasure slip through your fingers. Third up, Australia's bicentennial coins, especially those minted in the 1970s and celebrating key historical milestones, have taken the numismatic world by storm. These pieces, often overlooked in everyday circulation, carry a hidden wealth of history, rarity, and astonishing value. Among them are coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II, their faces marked with unique bicentennial designs, minting errors, or rare engravings that distinguish them from the average coin. While to the untrained eye they might appear as common change, these coins are silent treasure chests, holding the potential to be worth tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars in the hands of the right collector or at the right auction. One of the most sought-after pieces is the 1970 Captain Cook bicentenary 50-cent coin. Released to commemorate 200 years since James Cook's arrival on Australian shores, this coin was a part of a national celebration. But few people know that some of these coins were struck with striking variations and ultra-low mintage figures. Some had double dies or misalignments, while others were minted on the wrong planchets altogether. Small details that now make them incredibly valuable. These are the types of quirks collectors dream of, and they're willing to pay astonishing premiums for them. There are also coins bearing the 1988 and 1989 bicentenary themes, which marked 200 years since the first fleet's arrival. Though these coins were more widely circulated, specific error versions, proofs, or uncirculated sets now fetch astronomical figures. When Queen Elizabeth II's effigy appears alongside iconic Australian motifs and rare minting techniques, these coins reach a new level of desirability. The merging of royal history and national identity makes them prized relics not just of Australia's past, but of the Commonwealth itself. But what truly sends the value of these coins soaring is scarcity and story. Coins that have survived pristine for decades, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, are far rarer than one might think. A flawless 1970s bicentenary coin with a unique strike can command over $100,000 in auction houses. The rarest specimens are locked in private collections or museums, and if you're fortunate enough to have one lying in an old drawer or a forgotten piggy bank, you might be sitting on an untapped fortune without even knowing it. Even more astounding are tales of coins discovered with minting anomalies, off-center strikes, rotated dies, or double-stamped details. These flawed coins are anything but worthless. On the contrary, they can be worth exponentially more than perfect ones. Collectors relish the idea of owning a one-of-a-kind error coin, a piece of metal that captures the unpredictability of human hands in a machine-perfect process. For them, these imperfections are beauty, and they'll bid tens of thousands to own such anomalies. Among the crown jewels of Australian coinage are those pieces that combine age, rarity, minting error, and historical gravitas. A coin that ticks all four boxes doesn't just belong in a collector's cabinet, it belongs in a vault. These aren't mere souvenirs, they're tangible links to the past, encapsulating the growth, struggles, and identity of a nation under the monarchy of Queen Elizabeth II. Their value is not only in their metallic composition, but in the layers of meaning they carry, and the emotions. Thus, if you own any Australian coins from the 1970s, particularly those commemorating historical events or featuring Queen Elizabeth II, don't rush to spend them. Take a closer look. The value might not just lie in what the coin shows, but in what it represents and how rare its journey has been. Some of these humble-looking coins have turned everyday Australians into millionaires overnight. You might just be holding history and a hidden fortune in the palm of your hand. In a world where fortunes can change with the flick of a coin, Australia's rare bicentennial pieces stand as hidden giants of value, quietly resting in old drawers, forgotten jars, or inherited collections. These coins aren't just currency, they're sleeping treasures, wrapped in national history and royal legacy. With even a single rare specimen potentially worth thousands or even millions, now is the time to check your change, revisit your childhood coin stash, and look closely, because the next life-changing discovery could be right in your pocket. In Sabri, a world where fortunes can change with the flick of a coin, Australia's rare bicentennial pieces stand as hidden giants of value, quietly resting in old drawers, forgotten jars, or inherited collections. These coins aren't just currency, they're sleeping treasures, wrapped in national history and royal legacy. With even a single rare specimen potentially worth thousands or even millions, now is the time to check your change, revisit your childhood coin stash, and look closely, because the next life-changing discovery could be right in your pocket.